Well, what are we doing? This is a bit different, isn't it? I'm going to go out for a drive. Well, I've already been for a drive and I'm at the place where I want to be, which is Ulverston. And me and my good lady met in Ulverston, so I'm hoping to take you to the exact spot. Well, I'm not hoping, I will. Back in 1999, and obviously some food will be scoffed as well at some point, so please come along for the ride. There's the Ode, upper front on that hill. So yeah, so this is Ulverston, coming in Ulverston now. I've parked in a really quiet spot, which is absolutely spot on, it really is. Ulverston's famous, it's a historic market town, and it's famous for Laurel and Hardy, well, Stan Laurel, because this is where he was born. He's born in Ulverston, and every year they do a Dickensian market here, which is really good. Everyone dresses up in sort of oldie worldy sort of clothes from that period, you know, and a lot of sort of punch is drunk and food is eaten, so it's really good. So we're going to get into town now. So let me try and paint the picture as to when and how me and my good lady met. Well, I was on a night out in Ulverston here, and it was back in 1999, and I was single at the time, and there was a squad of us out, and it was Saturday night, and I'd been drinking on the Friday, and I didn't really want to come to Ulverston because I was a bit hungover, but I thought hair of the dog and all that. So I came to Ulverston, drinking all day, as you do. Well, from about 2 o'clock onwards. And we just come out of this pub down the bottom here. I'll take you to it in a minute, but we just come out of this pub down here, and there was a group of girls walking. We were going to the Buffers nightclub. There was a group of girls walking on the other side of the road, and we got to they got to one end of the street, and we got to the other. And I just looked across the street, and me and my good lady clamped eyes on each other. You know, I was like, how are we doing? All right? How are we doing? We'll go to the nightclub, are you coming? Something like that. And the rest is history, as they say. And we walked to the nightclub together, and we had a really good night, Anyway, I'll take you to it. It's down here. There we go, a little bit of history there, look. Laurel and Hardy, look. This is Stan Laurel. And there's actually, if you go on YouTube, you can actually watch a video of them. And they both stood on here. Oh, it's back in the day, like. They both stood on here waving to the crowds. All the crowds are here, and this is the picture, look. And that's the Hoard that I showed you before. Yeah, and that's Ulverston. So if you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And leave a comment as well. Let me know if you've let me know your exploits of Ulverston. So anyway, let's go. I'm hoping to get to the boozer. The boozer's down this way. So come on, let's come with me. So you get a lot of old sort of shops and businesses that still remain and keep the character of the place. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So we're going down here now. We're quite close to the place we met. No, it wasn't here. Doors closed. So that's the pub there. My good lady was drinking with her friends. They ended up walking up that way. So I was drinking in the Globe, in this pub here. Actually, there was 2 pubs here. I think King's Head and the Globe. I think we frequented them both, to be honest. Yeah, I do remember him. I remember him. Ended up walking down here, and just where them people are sat, there's another pub. That's where I'm going now. So my good lady and her friends were walking up this street here, and we just come out of a pub round the corner here, which is the other side of that wall. And we were just walking down here, and when we got to here, my good lady was there, and that's exactly where we met, right there. I was like, all right, how are we doing? And the rest is history. So I've got my watch on me, and I've just asked someone at the time, and it's just 10:10 in the morning, so it's a bit early for a drink, and it's a bit early for fish and chips as well, because that's the plan. But take you to a fish and chip shop that my gran and granddad used to take us to when we were kids. So this fish and chip shop's been here years and years and years. Even when I was a small boy, this was here, the same one. So my gran and granddad used to take us here, fish and chips. And that's the pub over there, the Farmers. Oh, it's lovely. It all gets filled up here on the Dickensian. All this gets filled with market stalls, sort of people selling hot food, hog roasts, people selling sort of all kinds of craft beers, drinks. That's a cracking pub, the Sun Inn as well. And this is the historic market hall, this place here. I did a job on this roof here when I was a roofer back in the day. Had some fun here, I tell you. So this is inside the market. It's very, very quiet. Few are shut, but it's sort of busy this during the Dickensian as well. So it's a proper market, isn't it? This is what it's all about, isn't it? Little market cafe down there. Support our local businesses, that's what it's all about. So here they are, look, there's a statue, and this is that picture I was showing you earlier, Coronation Hall. That's the balcony that they both stood on waving to all their fans back in the day. So I'm as guilty as everyone else about not supporting, you know, my local shops and businesses. It is sad, isn't it, the way things are going, unfortunately. And I should do more to support my local butchers and bakers, but you know, I could only do a few videos of my locals, but it's not just for that reason. But there's food out there in the supermarkets, you know, new food which I review and get out there. If I just did local food all the time, then it would only be good for people who are local to watch and not for everyone else. So it's a fine margin, it really is, to balance it, sort of balance it up to get the happy sort of medium for everyone. But can't beat local butchers and bakers, can you? And all the other local shops. And unfortunately a lot of them are going, so you know. Yeah, I know I'm not the best advocate for supporting them, but if you've got them local, please do support them. This is a lovely place. So I was just going into the market then, and a gentleman just walked past. He recognised who I was. I was having a nice crack with him. What a lovely bloke he was. It's a bit strange, really, when people sort of know who you are. It's a weird feeling. It's not something. I've obviously never been used to it before in my life. And when someone sort of like looks at you and waves at you and says, "Oh, I watch you on YouTube," it's a surreal feeling. It really is. It's a nice feeling. Don't get me wrong. It's lovely. And he was a lovely guy as well. He was talking about the channels and that, and he watches me and stuff about the beer machine. Yeah, it brings a smile to my face. It really does. It makes doing this all worthwhile. So I'm going to make my way now with a chippy. The chippy that I seen earlier, and I hope it's going to be open. Well, I can't go for a drink anyway, I'm driving. I just remembered I drove here, didn't I? And I've got to pick the kids up later, so drinking's out of the question. Got a lovely t-shirt on that was sent to me by a lovely gift, so thank you very much for sending us a t-shirt. It's going well. Some more good boozers here, the Mill and the King's Arms. So it's, you know, it's really nice when you someone recognises you in the street and you meet someone, because, you know, YouTube it's very, I know there's lots of people watch me, but I don't see you really at all. So it's just, you know, when you do see someone who's been watching you, it's just really nice to talk to a human being, if you know what I mean. sort of, you know, get some feedbacks, sort of face to face, and have a crack. And it means a lot, it really does, because like I say, you know, a lot of people watch you, but you don't see anyone else. You're just talking to a camera lens at the end of the day. So I'm going to let this guy pass. It's busy, isn't it? I'm going to make my way now. It's just too early for the chip shop. I want fish and chips. It opens at 11:30. I'm glad my kids are here with us. So the good thing about doing these videos is I get some exercise. However, I'm just going to a fish and chip shop now, so whatever energy I've burnt off walking around, I'm just going to put back on by getting a massive fish and chips. It sort of justifies it, but I know deep down it doesn't justify it, because I am getting a massive fatty. Right, it's about 11:30 and I'm losing my voice, I don't know why, but we're going to go to that chip shop right now. So there they are, look. I got just a normal portion of chips and fish and mushy peas, and I got a can of Coke as well. So these were £8.95, so they're all cooked fresh, and it's a haddock. So I've got two arms. I've got one holding this and one holding the camera. So I'm going to get back to my car and I'm going to get into it. I'll set my camera up better. So I made it back, and I've noticed there's a bit missing on the end here. I don't know who's had that. I had to eat that on there. I had to eat that coming up the hill. Get some more energy back into me. But look at this fish. Look at this. Look at that. And it is lovely, by the way. It really is lovely. Look at that. I like snapping the ends bits off as well. Oh, it's all the batter's nice and crisp. It's all fresh. Look at that. I've got them fish and chips, and I went in there, was second in the queue. So friendly as well, really are friendly. And there's a bit there where you can sit down, you can come in as well and eat fish and chips as well. If you want to sit in and eat, you can. And there's like a takeaway spot on the side. But dead friendly, really are. And that, I can't fault that, I really can't. I mean, it's fresh. Oh, nearly went then. The chips are all fresh. So I've got loads of salt and vinegar, please. Oh, they're lovely. Oh, they really are good. Got to be with mushy peas as well. So I'm going to get into this. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the little tour of Ulverston, and some sort of fond memories from 20 odd years ago. And it was lovely meeting them, a lovely foodie who watches the channel. So yeah, so please let us know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.